everybody, welcome to our English class. This is SVSR Murthy, PGT in English, High School Plus Dharmavara Vijayanagar District. Dear children, have you heard or seen aliens, creatures which live on the other planets of universe? Yes, you might have seen them in Hollywood movies. Such creatures invade Earth. Who can save us? Do you want to know this? Let's watch our lesson.
Overview of the module. Under this we have three elements. First one, read and find out. Second one, thinking about it. And final one, talking about it. Now let's move to learning objectives. Learning objectives. By the end of the lesson, you will be able to identify the characterization of the play. Summarize the play in your own words. Share your views with the peers and teachers. Produce or explain for the given text. Collect suggested stories from the newspapers and magazines. Now children, let's move to know the characters of the play. Before you read, first of all you have to introduce the characters in the one act play. Yes, it is the main character. His name is Think Tank. The other characters in the play are Iota, Sergeant U, Omega, Noodles. Let's go to read and find. First of all, under this we have two questions. First one is, why was the 20th century called the era of the book? Second question is, who tried to invade the earth in the 21st century? For answering these questions, let us proceed to read and find the main text. Yes, Think Tank believes himself the most powerful and intelligent fellow among all the Martians and decided to invade Earth with his team. He always thinks that since he has a big balloon head, he is the most intelligent of all and constantly wants to be praised for it. My dear followers, I am genius. No one can defeat me. Let's invade the earth. Wow, the great and mighty think tank. My lords, the great and mighty think tank. Let's check our understanding. First question, who is considered the most powerful character in the play? A. Sergeant O, B. Nodal, C. Think Tank, D. Captain Omega. Now children, you look and see the correct answer. I'm sure you can say, right, your answer is correct. Think Tank. Let's continue our reading text. He and his team are eager to know how the earthlings, here earthlings means people living on earth, live and how the Martians can put the planet under the generous Martian rulership. Soon they arrived at the Central public library on earth, which was full of books. However, they are unable to understand the purpose of those objects kept on the shelves. We can see it. Continuation. The exhibit his acumen, the mighty think tank, tells his crew that earthlings are fond of eating, so probably those things arranged on shelves are sandwiches. Soon after, he orders Captain Omega, Lieutenant Iota, and Sergeant Oop to eat the book. Captain Omega and Lieutenant Iota cleverly transfer this responsibility of eating the book on Sergeant Oop's shoulder. Then we can see it in the dialogue form. Earthlings are fond of food and store in this place. Might be these are sandwiches. Wow, what a brilliant mind you have. Sergeant Hoop, go ahead and taste it. How did the my teaching tank think about the book? A. Pizza. B. Burger. C. Sandwiches. D. Samosa. Children, you can easily say the answer. Think the correct answer. Right, your answer is correct, sandwiches. Let's continue our reading. Second question. On whose shoulders Lieutenant Iota cleverly transferred this responsibility of eating the book? A. Captain Omega. B. Nodal. C. Think Tank. D. Sergeant Hoop. Guess the correct answer, children. Yes, your answer is correct. Sergeant Hoop. Continue reading. Having no choice, Sergeant Oops eats a corner of the book, but he doesn't like the taste. He confirms to my teaching tank that it is not delicious at all. From this, the crew realizes that the book is not meant for eating. Yes, we can see it in the conversation form. Majesty, my lord, it's not delicious. It might not be meant for eating. After some time, apprentice Nodal suggests to the mighty Ting Tang that probably the book is being used for communication with yours. They all tried to hear the book by holding it close to their ears, and there was no sound coming from it. You can see it. Earthlings might hear from those objects. Later, Noodle suggests think tank that the book may be used for communication with eyes. The mighty think tank agrees and orders the entire crew members to open and read them. The name of the book is Mother Goose, which is a children's rhyme book. However, they are unable to understand how to read it. Yes, Earthlings might use them to communicate with eyes. In no time, Apprentice Nodal reminds Think Tank that the Mass Chemical Department has given some vitamin pills to boost the intelligence of the crew. Think Tank immediately orders his crew to have those pills. The crew pop in the capsules before reading the book. Soon Sergeant Oop starts reading the nursery rhyme book and they start taking the literal meaning of the lines in the rhymes. Now, children, you see that can be in the form of conversation. My lord, have them. These are the pills to boost the intelligence. Now, let's check our understanding. What was the name of the book? Option A, Cinderella. Option B, Mother Goose. Option C, Mother Duck. Option D, Mother of Earth. Yes, children, you can. Yes, your answer is correct. The Mother Goose. Let's go. Second question. Nodal suggested that the book was used for dash. Here, four options are given as usual: eating, B. communication with the ears, C. communication with the eyes, D. communication with the nose. Children, you may easily guess the answer. Yes, your answer is correct. Communication with eyes. Dear children, now we can hear the rhyme from the book.
does your garden grow?
With silver bells and cockle shells and pretty maids all in a row, and pretty maids all in a row.
Now we can hear their voice based on the rhyme. Ha ha ha, imagine that. Pretty maids growing in a garden. Stop, this is no time for levity. Don't you realize the seriousness of the discovery? The Earthlings have discovered how to combine agriculture and mining. What did Mary grow in her garden? A. Silver bells. B. Cockle shells. C. Pretty maids. D. All of them above. Think, children, you can guess easily. Yes, your answer is correct. All of the above. Then let's watch the second rhyme from the poem. Now we can hear their conversation based on the second rhyme. The dish ran away with the spoon. Ha 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 ha. Siege Rata. They have taught their domesticated animals musical culture and special techniques. No invention today. Oop, transcribe the next code. Now let's answer the question is followed. According to think tank, which animal jumped over the moon? Option A, cat. Option B, dog. Option C, cow. Option D, ox. Choose the correct answer, children. I'm sure you can say, yes, your answer is correct. Cow is the correct answer. Next, listen the third rhyme.
Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again.
He reads the rhyme Humpty Dumpty, and all of them see the picture of Humpty that resembles think tank. Seeing this, think tank is had to know that Earthlings have identified him already and want to kill him. Oh, sir, look, Humpty Dumpty looks like you. It's me. It's my great and mighty balloon brain. The Earthlings have seen me and they're after me. Had a great fall. Eighth question. Whom did Humpty Dumpty resemble? Four options are given as usual. A. Nodal. B. Think tank. C. Iota. D. Oop. Children, you guess the meaning? Sure. Definitely. Yes, your answer is correct. Think tank. Let's continue our lesson. Let's move to our reading segment. From all the information gathered about Earthlings, the might think tank calls his Martin's crew and says they should postpone the idea of invading Earth for the time being. So he asks the crew to run away from the place immediately without leaving trace and evacuate the entire planet of Mars. Noodle, prepare a space capture for me. I must escape without delay. Space people, you must leave at once, but be sure to remove all the traces of your visit. He orders his team to head towards Alpha and Centauri 100 million miles away. Thus, an old book of rhymes, Badr Goose, saved Earth from the Martian invasion. Later, my teaching tank is replaced by clever Martian noodles. Thus, Earthlings and Martians had great bonding. What was the Martians' next destination? Here four options are given. A. Andromeda. B. Alpha Centauri. C. Jupiter. D. Neptune. Children, yes, very good, excellent, you hit the right word. B. Alpha Centauri. Let's move to our next question. Who replaced my teaching tank for leading Martians? A. Iota. B. Think tank. C. Nodal. D. Oop. Children, you guess the correct answer. Right, your answer is C. Nodal. Excellent. Glossary. Easel, a wooden frame to support blackboard or a picture. Julas, an African ethnic group belonging to South Africa. Apprentice, learner of the trade who has agreed to work for a certain period of time in return for being taught. Peevishly, irritably, raffling, quickly turning over the pages of book. Barn, covered building for storing hay. Glossary is continued. Haberdashery, shop which sells clothing, small articles of dress, pins, curtains. Squiggles, scrawls, illegible writing or markings. Despot, find the meaning of something which is puzzling or difficult to understand. Transcribe, write in full form from shorthand. Levity, tendency. Solution for read and found. Question number 1. Why was the 20th century called the era of the book? Already we discussed the question in the earlier. Now answer is supplied. The 20th century was called the era of the book because at that time there were books about everything that ranged from the anteaters to jewelers. Books taught them how to, when to, where to, why to. They illustrated, educated, punctuated, and even decorated. Now let's move to the second question. Who tried to invade the earth in the 21st century? Martians under leadership of mighty think tank. Let's move. Think about it. Nodal avoids offending think tank, but at the same time he corrects his mistakes. How does he manage to do that? If you were in Noodle's place, how would you handle think tank's mistakes? Let's see the answer. Nodal avoided offending think tank, but at the same time, he very cleverly tries to correct his mistakes also. Whenever Nodal had to say something contrary what think tank said, he would present his thoughts by referring to them as being of no particular importance. If I were in Noodle's place, I too would do the same, as my teaching tank is arrogant and would not stand any offences against him. Let's move to the second question. Do you think books are being replaced by the electronic media? Can we do away with books altogether? Let's see the answer. Yes. The rise of digitalization has led to the replacement of books by electronic media. The use of paperback books is no longer necessary thanks to ebooks and electronic courses. No, I don't think we can completely abandon books, since despite the trend towards electronic media, books still have a place in our culture. many millions of people enjoy reading books, e-books will never be able to replace the feel and satisfaction of reading a physical book while holding it in your hands and turning the pages. Okay, children, let's move to talk about it. Talk about it. In what ways does think tank misinterpret innocent nursery rhymes as threats to the Martians? Can think of any incidents where you misinterpreted a word or an action? How did you resolve your misinterpretation? Think tank misinterprets innocent nursery rhymes as threats to the Martians. Think tank thinks that people on Earth are so advanced that they can actually grow crops of rare material and high explosives. In the second poem, Diddle Diddle, Think Tank thinks that Earthlings have taught their domesticated animals musical cultures and space techniques. Even their dogs have a sense of humor. Listening to the third poem, Humpty Dumpty, Ting Tang gets frightened because the picture of Humpty Dumpty resembles Ting Tang's mighty balloon brains. He thinks that Earthlings have seen him and are after him. He infers that the people of Earth are planning to capture Mars' central control of and him. Now, you think of such incidents where you misinterpreted an action and what was your reaction after getting to know the real meaning. Let's move to the second question. The aliens in the play speak English. Do you think this is their language? What would be the language of aliens? Let's see the answer. Now, I don't think that English is their language because they are not able to understand what is written in the books. Mother Goose, they think the words are codes written in little lines and squiggles and dots. As these aliens are Martians, they might have Martian language. Now, let's move to the summary. The play is all about the imaginary world. The character of the play are Think Tank, Noodle, Omega, etc. They are the Martians living being, and the time set of the play is 20th century. All the characters reach to the library on Earth, misinterpret the books with the sandwiches. Later, they try to understand the rhymes in the book. They felt that they are in danger and immediately left the Earth. Hence, my children's rhyme book saved the Earth from the Martians' invasion. The play illustrates the detail how the book saved the Earth from the Martians' invasion. Let's move to the learning outcomes. In this lesson, you could identify the characterization of the play. You could summarize the play in your own words. You could share your views with peers and teachers. You could produce and expressions for the given text. Thank you, children. Let's meet another module.
Suggested reading. Under this, we have 3 books are suggested. Diamond Cuts the Diamond by J.H. Parker. The Cinderella Story by Kenneth Lillington. The Fun They Had is written by Isaac Asimov. These are the suggested stories or books given in the story.